Good afternoon. Welcome to today's video. My name is Amelia. Happy Wednesday. I hope you're having an incredible day. Today's video is one that I have been greatly anticipating. Today I'm going to be decorating my little house for fall. As you can see, I'm surrounded by some fall things. I have not a ton of decorations and I'm not going shopping or anything for this video. I'm just going to use what's around my house and what I have that makes me feel fall and cozy to officially decorate. Thank you guys so much for joining me today for some fall decor, and let's take our tea and just get started on the decorating. So if you don't have tea already, this is a great time to stop and make some. So make a cup of your favorite tea. And of course we had to light a candle for fall. This is my favorite one. It's called Coconut Berry Bliss and I get it at Target. I do not love very strongly scented candles and I do like this one, so it is very subtle. On my big blue comfy couch, I'm going to start by switching up my pillows to be a little bit more festive. So my style for decorating is what I call grandma chic, which is just eclectic vintage items. I love gold frames, I love pops of color, I love homemade items, and I really love incorporating photos, and I'm incorporating lots of pumpkins just to make it very fall festive, and candy corn. There's a little bit of whimsy that I like to incorporate in my style as well. Lots of little animals, either in the shape of a planter or a pillow or figurines. And I try not to go overboard because, believe me, I have more that are not out. I try to make it balanced, but I just love incorporating cute little fun items like that. I just really embraced the eclectic, cozy vibes of just having lots of different things layered together. I have this giant G that I thrifted and these pumpkins that I made, some gold frames. I love gold frames right now. They really add a tad of warmth to your space and just like elegant thrifted vibes, all the great thrifted vibes. And plants. I really love plants. Okay, now I just need to figure out where to put all these books when my bookshelf is full. Okay. I had to hang up these really sweet little bird things that I found on a recent few thrift trips. The first one's just a grouping of just the sweetest birds, and it really reminds me of both my grandmas because they both love birds. And then I found this cute little mallard duck, which is really, really cute. It's actual stained glass, and I hung them both up in the windows surrounding the fireplace, and I just thought it added a really sweet touch. I don't think I'll leave them up all year round, but for now I think they look really nice. Let's take a short break from the decorating to make a fun little snack because I haven't eaten anything all day. So I have an overly ripe banana, which is perfect because I'm gonna make a banana bread mug cake. So I found this recipe on Instagram a long time ago, and I'll try to credit the person who originally posted it, but I just wrote it down in my cookbook because that's literally how often I want to use it. So this is my little cookbook. My grandma bought me this. Let's go to desserts. A lot of desserts in here. Oh, okay, I found it. So I wrote it on my little lemon recipe card. So here's the recipe. It's super simple. I'll put it on the screen as well, and it is so good. So first step is picking out a cute mug, and you only need half of your banana, so I'll probably just freeze the other half for smoothies. So go ahead and cut half of your banana and put it into the bowl. So then you just mash it up, and that's our first ingredient. So next we're gonna need 2 tablespoons of flour. 2 tablespoons. We need 1 tablespoon of maple syrup. Am I out of syrup? No, okay. Whew. That was almost a tragedy. I found my maple syrup. After that, you're gonna put in half a teaspoon of baking powder. Next, we have a half tablespoon of milk. And the last ingredient is optional, but I'm gonna put in some chocolate chips. So then, you're just gonna stir it all together. Add a little more chocolate. Also, my brother adds peanut butter to this, and he raves about it, so that's totally an option. I've never done it, but I'm sure it's amazing. Okay, when you're done with all that, this is what your mug cake should look like. Pretty much banana bread batter consistency. Put it in the microwave for 1 minute, and then if it looks a little bit wet, you can put it in for a little bit more, but you want it to be not dry. So I'll show you what mine looks like when it comes out of the microwave. So here's what it looks like all done. Nothing too crazy, but it's gonna be delicious. Welcome to the crafting portion of today's video, because you know I couldn't post a video without including a crocheting DIY because I loved crochets. I wanted to share with you how to make a fun fall afghan. Obviously an afghan is like a huge endeavor, and I think it's something really fun because you can work on small pieces and then put it all together. At least that's the case with a granny square afghan, which is what I'm going to be showing you today. I will insert any pictures of the one I'm making, if it's finished or not, because it might not be finished by the time that I post this video, but I'll show you the progress. I just think this is a really fun fall project to work on. It's very cozy. You can crochet while you're watching like a fun fall movie, which the best fall movie is October Sky, obviously, so I need to watch that. But I'm going to give you a quick tutorial on how to make a granny square that looks like this. It's a very simple granny square, and I literally have like a gazillion of them in a ton of colors. This is sitting next to me. So I have this box literally full of granny squares, and then I have been crocheting them together into strips that I'm going to then crochet together again. So I'm going to show you how to attach them and how to make them. So all you're gonna need to make a granny square are a pair of scissors, a crochet hook, I'm gonna be using a G hook, and then of course you'll need yarn. I use Karen's Simply Soft yarn. So if you've never crocheted before, do not worry, I'm gonna show you all the steps. The first thing you're gonna do is make a slip knot out of your yarn. So take the end and wrap it around 2 fingers, then push the tail up through, and then hold that loop, and then grab the tail and pull on both sides. And that's going to create a slip knot, so you can put your hook through the loop, pull the tail to change the size of the knot. Then we're going to do something called a chain. So a chain is where you take the yarn on the hook, which is called a yarn over. So you're going to yarn over and then go through the loop that was already on your hook. And that's 1 chain. So your first step for this granny square is you're going to chain 2. So we just did 1, so we'll do another. So after you have those 2 chains, you're going to chain 2 again, and then you're going to do something called a half double crochet into the first stitch here. So a half double crochet is where you yarn over and then go through your stitch, where you yarn over again. Then you'll have these 3 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over again and then pull through all 3 loops on your hook. And that is a half double crochet. So you did 1, now we're going to do 2 more. After that, your piece is going to look like this. So now you're going to repeat that process where you chain 2 and then do 3 half double crochets into the middle. Then you're going to repeat it again, chain 2, 3 half double crochets. And finally, you're going to repeat it 1 more time so that altogether you did it 4 times. After you've done 3 single crochets and chained 2 4 times, your piece is going to look like this, like a nice little square. And so then you're going to do something called a slip stitch to connect the rows here. You're going to go through this stitch, yarn over, pull through, and then just pull that loop through the one on your hook. And you have this nice little square here. And this is the first row of your granny square. So for the second row, you're going to start with 2 chains. and then you're going to do 3 half double crochets into this corner. So not into a stitch, just into the hole that you made with your 2 chains of your previous row. So 3 half double crochets. After that, you're going to chain 2 and then do 3 half double crochets back into that same corner. And then you've created 1 corner. So now you're going to chain 1 and then you're going to repeat that whole corner again into this hole. So now you're going to do 3 half double crochets, chain 2, 3 half double crochets, chain 1. And you're going to repeat that here, here, and here. So when you're done with that, your piece is going to look like this. You can see it's still a nice little square. And then I'm going to slip stitch into the following stitch to complete row 2. Okay, so now you're going to do the 3rd row and you're going to start the exact same way. You're going to chain 2 and you're going to do your grouping of 3 half double crochets, chain 2, 3 half double crochets into this corner. And then your corner is going to look like this. Now you're going to chain 1 and we've got this little space here, so we're going to do 3 half double crochets into this space, which will look like this. Now you're going to chain 1 and you're going to repeat this process all the way around. Okay, when you've finished all of that, your piece is going to look like this. Super nice square, and then of course we're going to finish it by slip stitching to the next stitch or opening. Okay, so now you guys know the drill. We're going to do the same thing around again for the 4th row, except this time we have 2 sections here in the middle, so just have a chain 1 connecting between them. Just go ahead and repeat those same steps for row 4 and you'll be finished. And when you're done, your granny square will look like this. Super cute. And tie off your string and you can sew it in with a yarn needle if you want. And now let me show you how to connect them all into a strip to make into an afghan, and I'll explain why I'm sewing them like this, what my plan is to make it into an actual afghan. So here is the process of crocheting 2 squares together. So there's a lot of different ways you can attach squares. You could just use a yarn needle and sew them together, but I wanted to actually crochet them together with a single crochet stitch just because I thought it would be very sturdy. What I've done is I've made this strip so far, and I've decided to use black to attach them all because I don't know if I have all these colors still anymore, and I thought it would be nice. And on the back it looks like this, and it does these nice little rows, so when I finish and have it across everywhere, it'll kind of give like a stained glass kind of a look, I feel like, which honestly would be really cool. So you can have this side with no black and then the back where it shows. So I don't know, I thought that was kind of cool. So here's how you're gonna do it. If you're not familiar with crocheting, you're probably not gonna know the front from the back, but the front is a lot poofier and the back looks a little bit flatter. I don't know if you can see that. So that's the difference between the front and the back. Obviously this was the front when I was working on it, if you can remember which side was the front. So what I'm gonna do is put 2 front sides together, and then I'm gonna turn it, so I'm gonna be stitching along this side. Get your black yarn, and you're gonna make a slip knot just like we did before.
We're gonna take the tail, go around 2 fingers, push it up, hold the loop, hold the tail, hold both.
So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the corner of the red piece and I'm gonna put my hook through the first stitch. Then I'm gonna go to the orange piece and I'm gonna put my hook through the first stitch in the corner, and then I'm gonna put the loop on my hook and pull it through. Then I'm gonna do a quick slip stitch, so I'm gonna yarn over and pull through to attach it. And now I'm gonna begin single crocheting across the top. So to single crochet, I'm gonna go through this stitch and through this stitch, so through both, yarn over, pull it through, yarn over again, and then go through both those loops. And that is a single crochet. And I'm gonna do my best to match up the stitches as I go. So you're just gonna keep doing this all the way across, and then tie off your yarn, and yeah, that's how simple it is. So my plan is to make strips. I'm not even exactly sure how big this blanket is gonna be, but I'm thinking like 15 by 20 or something like that. So I'll sew 15 across and I'll make 20 of them, and then I will stitch those across long ways. And that is my plan on how to make it. But that's how you make a fall granny square afghan. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed watching me decorate the living room a little bit for fall using some fun fall elements. I had a lot of fun and I'm glad I could share this with you guys. I'm really happy with how everything turned out, and I hope you get a chance to try the banana bread mug cake because it is so good. I mixed it all up so that the chocolate like took over. It's delicious. Let me know in the comments if you get to try it and if you like it. And I'm excited to have some more videos coming for you soon. I'll see you all next Wednesday for another video. Bye guys.